This video will be about a website that's supposed to be a project for Rust Legacy being remade. It'll also be about Discord and their aggravating factor that they have in the way they do things, but let's get on with it. RustLegacy.org has an IP address when you look it up and run it through Whois that leads to Asheville, North Carolina, USA. It was created 2 days ago on the 16th and expires exactly a year later, both of which are maybe a little suspicious, and let's continue. The time and date stamp and how long it is. And archive.org and archive today links will be listed below so you can look it up, because I'm going to make sure it's documented. It then gives a invite code that goes to discord.gg/rustlegacy, which may or may not be their Discord, for any questions or problems you might have. And it gives you a net.connect instruction that is apparently the real one, that when I ran it, even when I ran through a proxy that emulated a different web browser to make it absolutely impossible for it to try to snoop on my computer, it gave the listing for the RustLegacy.org how to find our server and connect to it of a net.connect ID that leads to a oddly specific location that seemed a little bit too coincidental, but apparently is authentic. And it ends in 30500 for the port number. That's what that colon number equals. And it does not work on any version of Rust Legacy I have access to. Now, it allows you to download their project version of Rust Legacy, and it's called RustLegacy2015. And it has system requirements that are fairly generic, but it doesn't say whether it's minimum, maximum, or other. It just throws them up there. Okay. Now, when I try to go and download it, the Rust Legacy 2015, that it just says you just unzip, it's just simple, and then you run it, and you have to manually cut and paste the net.connect thing. So it would be a generic copy of Rust Legacy, like you get from rustlegacy.eu or whatever. And it seems awful, awful familiar how it looks almost exactly like a cut and paste from someplace else. And anyway, the download link tosses pop-ups, auto loops through shrinkme.click, themezon.net, and then shrinkme.me, and back again in a loop that never downloads anything. And if you turn off anything you use for stopping pop-ups or uBlock Origin like I did as an experiment, which I did as carefully as I could, and I'm not really sure it's safe, it does massive amounts of just ad bot pop-ups and garbage, and I got my web browser and system screaming that it's trying to install malware and trying to put in Bitcoin miners. So that says a lot. Now that's going through themezon.net and also shrinkme.click. At one point it says invalid access. Go to the shortener page as, and then it gives you instructions to manually type something, which is never really a good thing, because if it's a redirector, why doesn't it just redirect to shrinke.me/ and then the ID, or it calls it an alias, and it doesn't give you very good instructions. It's trying to challenge you as a gamer to solve this puzzle, so you get invested in it. And you're supposed to type in RustLegacy2015 with R and L and Rust Legacy capitalized. And again, it just redirects back to the beginning. This is a fake URL shortening service. Archive.org and Archive Today, one of them lengthens the URL and the other one shortens it a lot, but they're archivers. This is literally just running through page after page after page of spam pop-ups. And when you're trying to solve the little chat, because it acts like it's using Cloudflare, but I'm not sure about it. If it says, yeah, click all the buses, every other thing you click, no matter what you click, or just click anywhere, it will count the clicks using JavaScript and try to run a pop-up that does some web page that my computer screams, absolutely do not load this, it is installing software. And it's not the download, it's a zip file. It's supposed to be a zip file. So yeah, rustlegacy.org, which was created a couple of days ago, which is normally not a problem, and expires a year exactly later, which is, again, normally not a problem, has a has a downloader page or downloader link that takes you in circles and screws with you and does not give you what you were asking for, when it could just go to, oh, I don't know, a Google Drive or a mega.nz download. Now, I have a link below. See also how to open shrinkme links. And you can watch somebody go through this torture because it will sit there and keep putting up fake pop-ups. Versus, hear me out, put it on a website that doesn't do this and just give us the fucking link. True story. That actually is how everybody else does it. Let's go on to the next. How to play Rust Legacy in 2026 is a recent video, and it was put up on a YouTube channel that is actually looking very legitimate. That's BJURJ. And this person has lots of links for all sorts of projects. It's like me and maybe you watching, wanting to find a really cool version of Rust Legacy to download or a server to go on so that they can enjoy playing this old, outdated game that a lot of us keep alive. That YouTube video is where I found this. Okay, but when I looked up RustLegacy.org, I only found, and I had to use Google to look it up because YouTube is now very much redirecting this to random videos. Because, again, their search engine company broke the search engine on YouTube so that... But anyway, if you use Google and look it up, there's only 2 videos. And now there'll be a third one that says RustLegacy.org. Mine. Anybody remember last time this happened? Yeah, that project folded. But anyway, let's talk about it. The second video. How to post your server on the community server for RustLegacy.org. It's a channel with 1 video, and it has a youtube.com/@RustLegacy.org. Totally legit. The page is from 2014 and has only 1 video on it. Now, I want to point out something here. This is Grandpa Waptak talking to you in a minute, but it's the only video on it. It's only about this subject, and this looks really, really sketchy. This has got too many just slightly sketchy things going on that normally wouldn't be a problem if they were isolated. It's okay if one of these is going on, but all of them, and then on top of that, the shrinkme, the themezon, and shrinkme links going in loops, even when I use a browser that, while it protects me, allows the pages to get away with all the bullshit they're pulling. It did nothing other than drag me in circles. Some of you might remember in the old days trying to download like an ISO for Windows XP or Windows 7 and getting taken through link after link after link in a link loop that would never give you the file. And the only time it would work is if you turn off JavaScript. I did every trick I know of to get around this kind of crap. None of it worked. These aren't link shorteners. This is a keep an idiot busy. Okay, that's it. I know that some of you out there must have been able to download it, but after a certain time, these URL shorteners, which they're not, will just put you in an endless loop. So the first 20 people who might have gone through it might have gotten somewhere. Meanwhile, RustLegacy.org could have, and I don't know if you understand this, if you're saying this is a URL shortener, that means there's a long version of the URL you could stick on your fucking website you have full control over and just stick it there and deal with it. And it probably just goes, at the time, probably to a Google Drive page. Now, in neither of the 2 videos does it show anybody succeeding in getting to that end. And I will take the video, download it, AI upscale it if I have to get that URL, and I will present it because I will then go review it and see what's going on with it. And again, the last project that did anything like this did things like, hey, pay us money so you can get all sorts of, kits and stuff like that. No, everything else, it was a red flag. And all I commented was, why don't you provide us a link that just lets us extract it as a zip or a RAR file like everybody else and not fucking do this thing where we have a Trust Me Bro install. I don't even get the Trust Me Bro install treatment because this says it's just an extractable. Totally what I would be into. And obviously, it won't let me download it. And it won't let a lot of you. And I'm pretty sure it's doing dynamic code checks on your browser because I went through a couple of proxies and a website that fakes being a different browser so you can look at websites you shouldn't be able to view because you're on an older operating system like mine or just testing browsers out. And I used my 2 minutes of time trying to go through that page and get anything useful out of it. And darn it, if it didn't, it was just a screwed up. Also, again, the net.connect to the supposed server. Honest to God, it points to a location that's very oddly specific that freaked me out when I saw it. Have fun interpreting it. If you know, you know. So anyway, we'll get to the end of this. The video channel, again, BJURJ, is a completely legit normal channel that obviously ran into this same way I did, by trying to find yet again another Rust Legacy project where somebody might do something really cool with it. And apparently they're running it. And it's just how to play Rust Legacy in 2026. And I don't know if they should, if you're watching, and I'll warn you, run a virus scanner on your computer right fucking now. Next, the other one, the other YouTube channel is, looks fly-by-night as hell. And how to post a your server on the community server. Interesting. And again, the RustLegacy.org website itself isn't technically linking to something that's a malware or virus installer. That's the first step. It's normal. The second and third step that keep looping back and forth through each other are definitively trying to do something underhanded. At bare minimum, pop-ups, at worst case, installing malware. And again, it never lets you download anything. Well, you need to get a newer browser. No, I don't. No, I literally don't. No, that's not part of the reality we're in. Also, it put up what looks like a Cloudflare chat page, but every time you click everything on it, like the bus or the you know the fire plug or whatever, every other click you do doing that puzzle will get interrupted by a full screen pop-up that tries to override your computer. On my computer, it crashes every one of them because every one of them is listed as being a bad website to open up for the last 8 years. So it's not even trying hard to use a different malware installer site, guys. They're all blocked. No, seriously, do a better job if you're going to try to break into my system. Anyway, but yeah, I don't even know exactly how to title it other than Why I Cannot Trust RustLegacy.org. Now, there may be previous iterations of it, but I couldn't find any. And the website seems pretty damn aggressive about trying to crash the browser on certain pages. But I was able to confirm that, yes, indeed, the information I found is exactly what's supposed to be there. They deliberately put it up. And all they have to do to undo all of this is completely clear the air by not using a for-profit click-through page set that goes in loops and just give us a link to the file to download. And last time I made a request like that, I got a promise in the comment section, and then the page disappeared because the YouTube channel decided that they weren't going to try to do a project anymore because they were getting called out by people saying, yeah, I'm not letting the malware install. And again, to reiterate, every freaking copy of Rust Legacy, the game and server, are just archived files. They're just zips and RARs. You just unzip them and then at most take control over the directory structure by having the admin function take ownership, that sort of thing. But other than that, they run and they work, and there's nothing to do with them. And when they screw up, it isn't your fault because it's too stupid to be your fault. It's literally just, make sure the files are updated. So this seems to be an overt scam site. And if any of you are gamers, you might be tricked into, oh, it's a challenge to get through all these click-throughs. It's like a game. If they make it like a game, you'll install a virus eventually by clicking the OK button. So it's a warning. Next, I want to point out something. They use a link to a discord.gg at RustLegacy, and that's all it is. It's an invite code. It points to someone else's Discord, apparently, and when I was trying to warn them, hey, somebody's sending a bunch of hate mail your way, all that server did was ask me to confirm through Steam or whatever. If you're running a Discord, let us communicate. If you do anything to try to authenticate, just take the damn thing down and start over. Just set up a website or something. And if you're going to go through Discord, there are other tools on Discord that don't require that I get a Steam account that I can't get because I'm running a Windows operating system that's too old to run Steam now. It's Windows 7. And this is an antiquated game. And I'm pretty sure it's not the right Discord, but somebody is sending all the hate and anger there, so I warned them about it, and I hope they got the message. And then I left the Discord because, again, on Discord, you can't communicate with people. You can only join them. It's like forcing everybody to subscribe before they can even talk to you on YouTube. By the way, the channel that looks totally legit was probably back in the days when Google and Gmail would force you to set up a YouTube account and force you to set up a Google Plus account. People sold all of those, and that's why you get all of these zombie accounts that are being reused later on for scams. Yeah, that's the other thing about it. There's no other archives of it having anything on there. It looks like it was a user account set up because Google and YouTube and Google Plus willed it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. I do not trust RustLegacy.org, and I don't think you should either. Bye.